So our garden and orchard have been one of our biggest challenges.
But it's also where we've seen the most growth on our journey to become self sufficient.
Hey, y'all, welcome back to STA Farms. I'm Brandy and this is Aaron. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about our garden. We're going to tell you what we learned, what we planted, and how it helps us feed our family year round.
So for us, the garden, it's the heart of being self sufficient. Chicken and pigs and beef, it gives us meat, but fruits and vegetables from our garden and from our orchard, that rounds out the table.
So we plant everything from green beans to sweet corn to peppers, cucumbers, squash, and even watermelons.
So, guys, we'll be honest. The garden has by far been the hardest part of this self sufficient journey. We've had years where nothing came up, where weeds took over, where pests got in and took everything. We tried everything we knew. We tried fertilize, we tried different seeds, we tried planting at different times, planting at different depths. It just there were years when it just seemed like nothing worked.
But every season we learned something new. We learned what to plant, how to plant it, and how to care for it better.
And slowly, year after year, we worked up with the knowledge and the experience where we could grow a pretty good garden. Now we've found a rhythm. Corn and beans, they do really well here. Cucumbers and squash, with a little bit of extra care, we're overrun with them. In our tomatoes, I'd have to say they're almost perfect for how we like them.
And there's nothing like walking outside and picking your own food for dinner. You know that it's clean and fresh.
That's exactly right. There's nothing like fresh picked fruit or fresh picked vegetables from your garden cooking it up for supper. However, we're also able to preserve our harvest from the garden by canning and also freezing. We can green beans, we can corn, we also freeze corn, we can tomatoes, and we also can tomato juice and various other things. So even though by it being canned or frozen, it's not near as good as coming out and getting it and eating it when it's fresh picked, it's still better than store bought. So on a cold winter's day, whenever we decide we want a taste of summer and we go in the pantry and get a thing of green beans, it still tastes pretty good. So you don't have to start with a huge garden. A few raised bed or even some plants in containers, that can give you food for your table. We started out with doing raised beds. It absolutely did not work, but we also didn't know what we were doing. But we went from raised beds to planting it in the ground to gaining more experience, and then finally having a garden we're able to grow today.
The whole point or the whole key is to just start. Try it. You're going to learn more in one season of trying it than you're going to learn from years of reading about it.
Right. Because what works for someone else might not necessarily work for you, or what plants thrive in some areas might not thrive in your area. Okay, guys, so I would have to say the biggest lesson we've learned with our garden is our soil preparation. And for us, that starts in the fall. So we will start getting our garden soil tilled up, broke, and tilled in the fall. We'll add our amendments, compost, fertilize, whatever you have. For us, we add cow manure and donkey manure, and we try to get that worked up in the soil. If we have chicken litter, we'll add that as well. But that's been the biggest lesson we've learned is soil health. If your soil is healthy, your garden will grow a lot better than if it's lacking some form of nutrients, fertilizer, whatever. And you will know it if you plant garden in soil that's lacking something, because your plants won't grow very well. So it took us years to learn the importance of soil health. But now that we know it, our garden keeps getting better year after year. So the garden for us, it's been a huge challenge, but it's so been worth it. And in fact, I would say that we can officially call ourselves gardeners now because we're actually able to grow everything that we wanted and harvest everything that we grew, especially the watermelons. We had never been able to grow watermelons until this year.
Right, and they were delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, thank you for watching our self sufficient series. And we ask that you stick around, and our next video is going to be us talking about how we raise beef cattle on our homestead.
So if you haven't already, be sure you hit that like button and also subscribe so you can catch us on the next one. And we hope to see you there.
Bye.
Bye.
You can go.